Hi, I'm Dr. Heidi Zappone, and today we have a great question from Diane from Seattle. And she says, can you provide some tools to help me stay motivated on my diet? Well, there's many of them, but the two that I found most impactful in my practice of over 20 years is that when we take the level of what we're trying to do from concept to experience, that is, we feel it in our cells in our body, then we naturally veer towards the choices that make us feel good. So we typically either feel good or bad. When we make just a willpower change, what happens is that we tend to fight our body. So here's an example. This is something that I use in my practice. Like, for example, if I'm trying to take out an inflammatory food in somebody's diet and it happens to be something that they eat every day, like say it's gluten or dairy or whatever it happens to be, and it's fearful for them to do that, usually what I'll do is I'll have them do it for a very short period of time and only commit to that. Say, for example, 2 weeks. And I'll have them just notice the state of their body as they're eliminating that food. And here's what's interesting. As the body heals, we typically don't feel that much different, and here's why. Because the incremental changes towards wellness are so small in such a short window that we don't notice the difference. But what's interesting is then after that 2 to 3 weeks and I put the food back in, I say to them, once you did it, that's great. Go back to that food full force in 3 weeks. And they do, and they're so excited because I got a call before saying that nothing changed. Well, what usually ends up happening is their body will usually explode into that inflammatory state that they were before. And it gives them a measurable difference, not just by concept, but also by experience. And in 95% of the time, I find people saying, I never want to eat that again. So it's not a trick, it's actually an education in the experience of what it feels like to be well and not well. And it makes the changes much, much easier. So motivation is about experience, and it's also about making small, considerable changes and understanding that willpower is a commodity. And it's measurable, and usually our willpower is highest in the morning and lowest at night, or highest when we're happy and lowest when we're not. So make the changes. If you're going to go to the gym, go first thing in the morning or go when you're feeling good. Don't wait until the end of the day when you're tired. Simple. Experience and know that your willpower is actually a commodity. When we put those two things together, we end up with powerful, lasting changes.